All right. So we are back. We'll be continuing Still Life today. Part 2 here. Not the game part 2, but, you know, part 2 for us. Hopefully, everybody's doing okay out there. I always get my blanket when I start. I should do it before. But, yeah. Whatever. So, last time I believe we were in the morgue. We were just about to go in there and start doing some stuff. So, let's see how that goes. Let's see here. Anything else? There is not. So let's take a look around here. It's probably not much to look at. All right. See what Claire's up to. Oh, what do we got?
This is probably Claire's report, but I'll hear what she has to say before I take it.
Just take it. Really? It's a bit excessive.
Hey Claire, get that preliminary lab work done?
As a matter of fact, I'm not quite finished. However, I have enough to brief you on if you have the time.
For you, always.
Okay, here goes. The victim's blood revealed high levels of alcohol.
Okay.
Also, I found traces of rohypnol, which is also known as the date rape drug. This explains why there was no apparent struggle throughout the assault. The assault started in the first room where she was beaten.
Oh, wow.
She probably fell where you found the spot of blood. She was then carried into the next room. The killer ripped off her clothes and beat her again. She definitely was unconscious at this point. He let her bleed on the floor until he had enough blood to write the messages you found using the luminol. The killer then cleaned off the messages. Obviously, he knew we would find them. He then dragged the victim by her hair along the hallway and stopped to hang up his coat.
Wow.
He finally brought her into the bathroom.
Why wasn't this like a TV show?
He forced her head under the water until death ensued. Like the other victims, she was killed before the mutilations. She was stabbed 9 times and then eviscerated from the lower sternum to the lower abdomen.
Wow.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking this game is
these
too in-depth for its own
mutilations will
good.
get worse.
Not in a bad way.
It wasn't part of his MO for the first 3 victims. They were found beaten and drowned, not like this.
Do you think he'll change his MO in the near future?
No, I don't think so. Drowning his victims seems to be his focus. That stage in the assault is very important to him. No, the stabbing business is from something else. I have a feeling that if we knew what it was, we would catch the son of a bitch. Also, he covered the face of the 4th victim and now this one. This
Hey,
strongly
Leslie, what's up?
suggests that he knew the last 2 victims. I'll ask Miller to correlate the last 2 victims' info. How about you? Did you come up with anything interesting?
Yes, I got a partial that doesn't belong to the victim.
Very nice. Did you compare it to the partial you found from the 4th crime scene?
No, not yet, but I'll let you know if I can compare them. After all, they are only partials.
Yeah, same here pretty much. Here, I'm trying to... Why? I don't know why every time... There we go. Now you can read the chat. There we go. Yeah, we're just hanging out, playing some Still Life. Very much like True Crime the game. It's really interesting and, like, in-depth so far. Quit sneezing.
What about the stuff I found? Anything worth mentioning?
We know that our killer has black hair, if it was he that hung his coat on the nail. It might have been a junkie for all we know, but it doesn't matter. We can use the hair for DNA comparison and place him at the scene of the crime. I sent the fibers to the FBI labs to see if they can find anything unusual or unique about them.
I've been meaning to ask you. Did you call her?
Call? Oh, no, I didn't. I just don't have the courage. Can we not talk about this now?
Sure, but promise me that you will call her.
Okay, I promise.
Okay, sweetie. I'm out of here.
Don't forget my beautifully handwritten report. It's on the table.
The one that I wanted to grab when I first walked in here. All right. Man, that was pretty crazy. There's a report. How long is this? Autopsy report, 2004. Cynthia Woods. No eyewitnesses. Cause of death is drowning. The blunt trauma caused by repeated blows with fists and booted feet was administered before death. As indicated by the nature of the bruising and lividity of the tissue, a large curved single-edged blade was used in the evisceration of the torso and stab wounds inflicted on the breast and torso of the victim post-mortem. The evisceration would have proved fatal had the victim still been alive. Which console was this on? This was the original Xbox and PC. I do own this. So we're actually playing it on a Xbox emulator because we get better resolutions. It runs better, you know. But I do own the game, so. All right, so let's see what we got to do here. Let's see what's in the notes, if anything. Part 2 was on PC only, though. The way this is controlling for Xbox, I actually do wish it was on Xbox as well. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my office and check the phone. Hey, well, there you go.
Hello?
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Dad.
I just heard on the news. Another one?
Yes, another one.
Is everything okay with you?
I'm okay. I'm just really tired of this case. It's going nowhere fast. I hate this passiveness. I think it's starting to get the better of me.
Well, before that actually happens, why don't you come here and rest? A little R&R won't do you any harm. You can use the jacuzzi to relax and put your thoughts in order. And it's almost Christmas. I have a little gift for you.
Aw.
Oh, really? Well, I have the gift you wanted. Are you sure you want it? It seems a little ordinary.
Hey, it's what I wanted. So, are you coming to the house?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, honey. I'll see you soon.
Aw.
Dad?
Yes, honey?
Thanks.
You're more than welcome. See you in a bit.
Bye.
This is playing out like such a movie or like a show or something. Like, I could totally see this being one or the other. I guess I'll go check my office real quick. I still wish I could run. Only complaint. Ah, okay.
Yes,
This dude's still on the fucking phone?
No, well... Yes, I know, but...
Nothing here?
Yes, but...
Okay, well, I could just go to... Go to
No.
Dad's. Basement 2 was the morgue, I think. We're about to find out. Cool. Yeah, I think she's in this truck. Oh wow, why is there like a turret thing on top? Like, that's not like a
I can't
sunroof.
leave now. I still have some work to do.
You still have work to do. What do you gotta do? It's very smooth, yeah. Okay. So, we do have a guide for this. You know how we are here. We don't shy away from walkthroughs. Because sometimes you need them. Ah, I gotta go talk to Miller. Alright, so we'll go do that. Yeah, the game is super smooth. The last time you played, Leslie, I know you didn't join us, but I was talking about how insane these pre-rendered backgrounds look. Because this isn't 3D. This is old school RE style. In 2005. This is the same year that Resident Evil 4 came out. This is kind of, to me, a preview of what we could have gotten if Resident Evil stayed fixed camera. You just get much better backgrounds and stuff like that. It blends together super well. The 3D model isn't muddied. The backgrounds don't blend in with the character. You know what I mean? Like, everything just looks fantastic. It's really cool.
No, well... Yes, I know, but...
Here's Claire's report. Hey, Miller, one last thing. Can you correlate the data of the 4th victim and the 5th to see if we're overlooking something?
Sure, I'll run them through the database. Thanks for the report. Yes, No, well...
Okay,
yes,
we're going to Dad's.
But...
Strange. And yeah, I was getting stressed out playing Resident Evil 3, but I get stressed out every time I play Resident Evil 3, so my mod recommended I try Still Life because she'd been telling me about it, and I have been interested in playing it. I even have it PC. I just never got around to it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe now's the time. Pat's house. And so far, I'm enjoying it. Is Pat a priest? From the looks of it? Yes, bunny
Dad?
slippers.
I'm in here, sweetheart.
Or is it a retirement community?
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Are you sure about this gift?
Yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Suit yourself. Here you are.
Thanks, sweetheart. You know me. I love these things. Now yours.
What is it? Aw. That's cute.
Where did you get this? I thought we lost it.
I found it when I was cleaning out the attic. Actually, it was inside your grandfather's chest. You should maybe take a look inside there. It'll take you back.
I will. Thanks for the gift, Dad.
I had a feeling you'd like it.
I want to know what her dad's gift was.
Remember the stories he used to tell us?
How can I forget? My favorite one was Paris, because of the occult twist he brought to it. Yours was the one in London, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, romantic and mysterious. There is one story he always avoided telling me, though. The one when he met Grandma. He never would talk about it. Was it not a fond memory?
I'm sure it is, Pumpkin, but he could never talk about it. I think your grandfather lost someone close to him when he met your grandmother, and I guess it was too painful for him to recall.
Where'd he meet Grandma?
He met her in Prague, I believe. Speaking of your grandmother, this year, can you get around to making her special holiday cookies? Please?
I knew that was coming.
I only have murders to solve,
They
you know.
don't take long to make.
So why don't you make
I
them?
know, I'll make some, don't worry.
Great. The stuff is already on the counter.
This is the audacity.
What a surprise. I'm gonna have a look in the attic. Might bring back some good memories.
Okay, sweetheart. I'll be in here.
What the fuck did she get her dad? That's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know what she got her dad. And I hate it.
Dad, did you happen to find my old box in the attic?
No, sweetheart. I didn't find your Memoric figurine.
Damn.
Sounds like me. Alright, let's go see what's in the kitchen. Where's the kitchen? There's clearly a bar. Is this the kitchen? That's the kitchen. Alright, so let's see here.
Maybe Dad's trying to send me a message. I'll do them later.
Okay, so I gotta go do the box first and then maybe I can make some cookies. Going to the attic.
I don't know why, but I never liked that painting.
Because it's tiger eyes and it looks like stippling, I think is what it's called. I can't remember.
Dad's room? Why the hell would I go in there?
You tell me. The game gave me the option to click on it. Aww. This is cute.
Teddy and I used to be inseparable.
Now Teddy day drinks.
Ah, yes, the trap door to the attic. I can't reach it. What was the trick to opening that thing again? Ah, yes, the trap door to the attic.
I got you. I get it. Okay, so I can't do anything else there. I'll go to the room down the hall and see what else there is. Oh my god. I have not seen that screensaver in decades.
One of my grandfather's old paintings. It's from when he was in Paris, I think.
Is your grandfather Sam Keith? Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna crank the volume for a minute. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but you can hear the hard drive of the computer. That makes me happy. Because you don't hear that anymore. Everything's solid state. Nothing loads anymore. Okay, so what was the trick to getting into the attic?
Teddy and I used to be inseparable.
Let's look it up. Man, it's like really little common sense things that you wouldn't think. Like, you're playing a video game, so you're overthinking everything. It's literally this.
This might be helpful to get up into the attic.
Like that. I don't know about you, but I sure shit would do that. Then again, I'm 6'3". I could just reach the thing, but yeah, that makes sense.
Ah, yes, the trap door to the attic.
Nice. Always wanted an attic like that. Like, I swear I would live in it, but, you know. Don't got one. Alright, where's the light at? Oh, cool. Oh, boy. Okay. They're pulling a Resident Evil. They're like, here's a puzzle with absolutely no context. Do I gotta match these? Thank you. Okay, so for this, like I said, we don't shy away from guides. So let's do this. So we can get the story going, because I am interested in seeing this, but I also don't want to meddle about with stuff like that.
Prague, 1929. 2 years had passed since the strange case in Paris. I figured I'd best leave town and come here. Quieter, or so I thought. The case in Paris had stirred my passion for PI work again. I had to let go of my dream of being an artist. It wasn't bringing in as much dough as being a private dick. In all, there were 5 dead and 2 unaccounted for. So far, all the victims were prostitutes. I didn't know if I would take the case. To my surprise, this cop Skalnick had no beef about me snooping around his crime scene.
Oh, wow. That's cool. We get to play as our grandfather. That's fucking cool.
It's very nice of you to let me have a peek. I'm Gustav McPherson. I'm a...
Yes, a private detective. I'm familiar with your work, Mr. McPherson.
I had no idea I was so popular.
I've read about your case in Paris and the one in London. I'm Inspector Skalnick of the Prague Police.
Is this the 5th victim?
Yes, she is officially. Supposedly, there are 2 missing.
Supposedly?
Yes, well, you know these women. They come and go, often without telling anyone. And then they show up again like they never left. So I don't bother with disappearances.
So you only bother when they turn up like this?
I see. We have a knight in shining armor. If you want,
No, we
advice,
just
Mr.
have
McPherson, you'd best
a private
return to
detective
the
who
usual
respects the
missing
dead. You're being an
person
asshole
cases
about it.
Or husband cheating mysteries. This is a waste of your time.
I think you've just convinced me to take the case.
I'll take the case.
Really, Mr. McPherson? The press will not even cover this story. No one wants to know about dead prostitutes. If they do write about it, it will be about the killer and the number of bodies and not the actual victims. The pimps care even less. They force their women to work even if there is a killer loose. No one wants to sit at a dinner table and talk about this. There is no glory in this case. Like I said, you should stick with what you know.
Do you mind if I ask you a few more questions?
Second, you should go fuck yourself.
Not at all.
Were all the victims prostitutes?
Yes.
Is the cause of death the necklace on her neck?
Of course it is.
So it's not the multiple stab wounds to her chest?
No. Well, we aren't really sure.
Does she have any
I
other
would say that's
significant
kind of
wounds
a
on her body?
major thing.
Yes. She has scars on her forearms and she is eviscerated.
It sounds awfully familiar.
I had never seen anything so horrible in my entire life. I'd only heard of horrors like this from the Ripper case in London. Oh my god.
Oh.
Were all the victims like this?
Yes, they were all found like this.
Are all the organs accounted for?
I'm no doctor, Mr. McPherson. I have no idea.
In the other cases, were there missing organs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Who's the coroner?
Emil Corona. He works at the old chapel. He's very, well...
A coroner named Corona. Get the hell out of here.
surprise. Now it's your turn to share. Maybe you can tell me what you think happened.
I think you're right about the cause of death. That slash across the neck was definitely it. Stabbings to her chest were done before the final blow to the throat. The defensive stab wounds on her arms reinforced this theory. What's bothering me, though, is the lack of blood at the crime scene. This probably indicates that she was murdered somewhere else, not here.
Well, Mr. McPherson, I don't want to be rude, but...
You have work to do, of course. Thanks for sharing. It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, too.
I had a feeling that the cooperation between Skalnik and me had just ended. He was testing me for some reason. I was left to fend for myself.
Wow, this is cool. Oh wow, pre-rendered water, like, and the character's reflection is solid in it, and it works. Like that's really cool. The art is really nice.
Kazimir Stasek. He's been a good source of info on a couple of minor cases I had here in the city. Hello, my friend.
Ah, Mr. McPherson. And how are you this dark evening?
I can't complain. And how's my favorite boy in blue?
Besides my eye and this horrible murder, everything's fine.
Could be worse.
I imagine you don't have anything more to give me?
This time I'm afraid I have nothing for you, my friend. Everyone is more or less at a loss.
You don't mind if I ask you a couple of questions anyway?
Of course not.
How long has this been going on?
It started about 3 weeks ago. You didn't hear about it until now?
No, I wasn't in town.
I was gonna say.
I just got back. I was working a case outside the city. Someone called me to see if I could come back and help.
Ah, the very beautiful Miss Ida Skalikova, I presume.
Good guess. She's worried for her friends. I told her I'd see what I could do. Can you tell me about your new boss?
Inspector Yuri Skalnik. He was given the case and got temporarily assigned to this district. He has a good reputation, but he doesn't share much information with us. He keeps to himself a lot.
What? He doesn't
That
trust
dude's
you?
got some big ass hands.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe he thinks we're incompetent or something.
Maybe. But he'd be stupid to think so.
Why, thank you, my friend.
Were all the victims' bodies dumped?
Yeah, I believe so. But then again, I don't have much information, as I said earlier.
Was there ever an eyewitness?
Nope, never.
That's what bothered me the most. How was the killer getting around the city without being seen?
Sewers.
How'd you get the shiner?
Shiner?
Your black eye.
Black eye?
How'd you get it?
Oh, I arrested a man last night, and for some reason my eye hit this man's very large fist.
Oh, you fell on it.
Did you get
Yeah.
sucker punched?
Well, a little. My partner didn't have time to warn me. Everything happened so fast. I was helping the woman, and I turned around to see if my partner was okay, and wham! Next thing I knew, I was flat-faced on the sidewalk.
And what did the man do to deserve your undivided attention?
He was harassing a young woman. So I asked him to stop, and then things got out of hand. The police are trying to find this animal. We're a little nervous when a man harasses a young woman these days.
That's understandable. Well, I should leave you to your work, and I have to see my client. Thanks for your input.
You're welcome. Be careful.
Will do.
Oh, we got notes. Oh, that's cool. And he even has his own. It's all wood and everything. That's really cool touches. Oh, that's more to read. Chapter 2, The Persistence of Memory. Prague's like any other city, I guess. Some of it can be really beautiful, other parts can be downright ugly. I was thinking that even when I arrived here, while I was getting off the train. The station house was a really nice building, but it had years of city grime covering its walls. And that platform is filthy. But I suppose I shouldn't be too hard on the station, since that's also where I saw Ida for the first time. She's just like her city in a way. She had a rotten upbringing, but she's really a beautiful woman. And of course, I don't just mean her looks. I tried painting Ida once, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted, which is just like my entire painting career. Prague is in Paris, where you could always find someone interested in your art, no matter what it looked like. In Prague, the critics want everything to look like Kupka, but the public still wants to buy nothing but Mucha. Or Muka, however that's pronounced. Neither one is really my thing, so with no money coming in that way, it looks like I'm back to being a private dick. A man who wants to create art, but works in scum, just like Prague. At least Ida gives my life some beauty. When I finally know what's been bothering my love lately, some friends from her old job have been killed. Possibly as many as 7 in total. Nobody cares, of course. What's a few hookers, more or less. So Ida asked me to find the killer for her. It looks like the same guy did all of them, and he's a real sicko too. He's got everyone scared, including Ida. Her friends are willing to pay for my services, but I have a feeling I'm going to politely turn them down. When I got to the site of this latest murder, I met the investigator Skolnick. All over the world, cops are the same. They fall into only a handful of types. This one is the kind who rests in his laurels after his first big case. Doesn't want to get his hands dirty anymore. He's too good for it. If he wants cases with higher status, he should move to a nicer part of town. Stasek, on the other hand, is the opposite of Skolnick. He's simple, but not dumb. And he's proud, but unlike Skolnick, he tries to earn it. And that's fine, because most cases are solved through persistence. Stasek's proven himself a good man to have in my corner. Man, even like the notes and stuff are beautifully written. Like, it feels like noir. It's fucking awesome. Because I love old detective movies and shit. So it's really cool to hear that. You know, it's just cool. I'm sad I never played this.
The best gams in all of Eastern Europe. She's my angel and the love of my life. I met her on a small case I was working. She used to dance in the neighborhood cabaret. She was involved with the married man I was following. It was love at first sight. Hey, look at you all dolled up. Hi, sweetheart.
I don't like it when you call me that.
I didn't call you a doll. I said that you... Never mind, I'm sorry.
Good. Now have you talked to that
I was
useless
gonna say, just
inspector?
apologize and move on, but
Yes, I have. And I didn't get much from the meeting.
trying to find a hair tie.
Are you going to help us?
Of course I will. Was there really any doubt?
No, but you never know. When do you want to settle this, now or later?
No, I don't want money, Ida.
Nonsense. You will accept our money. How much do you charge?
Okay, listen. We'll settle this after the case, all right?
Do you promise? Because we'll feel insulted if you don't accept our money.
What was I supposed to do? Take money off these women? That's the last thing I wanted to do. Yes, I promise. I will charge you at the end of the case. Yeah, right. What was her name?
Who?
The victim's name?
Oh, her name was Francisca.
Were you close to her?
Not as much as Milena, but yes, I knew her.
Did she ever talk about a regular client or someone special?
Not that I know of.
Do you think Milena can answer a few questions?
I guess. Let me ask her. Milena?
Yes?
This is my friend, the one I told you about. He's here to help us catch the man responsible. Do you think he can ask you some questions about Francisca?
Okay.
I'll wait for you up the stairs, okay?
Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Like most games where I have to do investigating and a ton of talking, usually they drive me nuts. This one's great. Like, it's actually done very, very well. Like, the dialogue's not hokey or, you know, nothing's cheesy or anything. Oh, no. No.
Hello, Milena. My name's Gus McPherson. I'm here to help stop this from ever happening again.
I thank you, sir. Not a lot of people would help women like us.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about Francisca?
No, that's fine.
How long have you known Francisca?
Well, I've known her for a long time. We met in the orphanage when we were just little girls. Her parents had died in a terrible accident. We became very close. We both left the orphanage never to return. We never liked the sisters. Ever since we left, we tried to survive on the streets, even changing cities. But we kept coming back here.
Did she ever talk about someone new or special?
No. It was not her style. Francisca would rarely take new clients. She had regulars and enough to allow her to survive. She would only take complete strangers if she absolutely needed to. Apollina is more like that. She always has a new rich client.
Did she ever have a client that had been violent with her?
No. She only had clients she trusted.
Okay.
How about you? Have you had any trouble with any of your clients?
No, I'm like Francisca. I have only regular clients. If I'm on the streets, it's because I'm keeping my friends company.
Were you close to any of the other victims?
Well, there is one that was a common friend to Francisca and me. Her name was Inezka. No one's found her. She just disappeared one day. We honestly don't know what happened to her. I knew the others only on a professional level.
Ugh. I'm real tired of sneezing. Oh, man. Give me just a second. Whew.
Did Inezka ever complain about any clients before she disappeared? Or did she ever talk about leaving?
Well, we all talk about leaving. Who wants to live their life like this? But she never complained about anything. Inezka was like Apollina. She took on many clients. She left town a lot, but always came back with a broken heart. I hope she did find someone and left this place.
Where can I find this Apollina?
She usually works the park. Rare are the girls who are allowed to enter it. She's very protective of her territory. That's what she calls it anyway. Francisca and me were allowed in because Apollina knew we didn't take strangers and pretty much had our own regulars. Inezka was Apollina's good friend, so she was allowed too. So we all kept each other company in the park. Maybe Apollina knows where Inezka is. I don't know.
Well, thank you for answering my questions. It was a pleasure to meet you, even under these unfortunate circumstances.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Mr. McPherson. I thank you for trying to help us.
Trying? I haven't even started yet. If I have any more questions, how may I contact you?
Usually in the park.
Again, thank you.
Do we have more notes? Yes, we do. So let's see, where were we? Did we read this one already? Yes, Stasek. Milena could be a really pretty girl if she had a better life. I've met prostitutes in America, London, Paris, and now here, and it's always the same story. The life breaks them down, buries their hopes and dreams. The good is still there, but you have to look really hard. And what John is going to bother with that? Wow. Alright.
Ida's an angel on Earth.
Her.
She's the sweetest person I've ever met. I truly believe she doesn't have an angry bone in her body, even with the difficult childhood she had. A stepfather who molested her on a regular basis. Ida is always positive, and she's always willing to help the people who surround her. That's why she hired me to try and help. She has an undying optimism about life in general, and I love her for it. Hey.
How is she?
She's okay, I guess, under the circumstances.
Right, all things considering.
I'll go talk to her after.
Tell me, where can I find Emil Corona?
Who's he?
He's the coroner working the case. I need to ask him a few questions. Skalnick said he worked in an old chapel. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I'll mark it on a map.
Awesome. I don't need a map. Just tell me where it is.
What is it with men and directions? Take this map, it'll help you.
I proudly admit when I'm lost. Thank you.
I marked the location of the old chapel. It's not far from here.
Okay. Thanks, sweetheart.
Use maps all the time.
How have you been? I mean, are you feeling better?
Yes, a little. It's not as bad as when you left for your case.
Did you go see the doctor?
No.
Ida, go see him. It might be serious. I'm no doctor, but throwing up every day is not normal. Go see him.
Okay, I'll go see him. I don't throw up every day, you know. You always exaggerate.
Yes, okay. But go see him as soon as possible. Okay. I have to see this Corona. I want you to stay off the streets as much as possible. Never walk around alone.
Yes, I know you've told me 100 times. I am careful.
Well, I'm gonna say it again.
Okay, I'll ease up on you. You be careful.
I will. Now go.
Okay. Ah. Can I look at a map? Alright, so let's see. Or is this his little car? No? Okay. Oh, okay. That works. Okay, so I assume I'm here at the shore. Milena's at the park. I need to go to the old chapel. Okay.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post?
Well, you told me to.
Never mind. Do you have any news, at least?
Yeah, the American is talking to the girl's boss.
So, he thinks he can move in on my women, huh? Well, my friend, if you ever see him, you may explain things to him.
Explain what?
Use that brute force of yours, you idiot.
Okay, boss.
Jesus.
I truly miss your brother. He was the smart one.
Yeah, I miss him too. Why can't we get him out?
Because I'd probably get arrested too, you moron! That's all Skalnick wants anyways. I have a feeling he will blame me for all these murders. Why am I telling you this? Go back to your post. You see the American, you can rough him up.
Okay, boss.
I'd better steer clear of the big guy. The scrawny-looking guy was probably Ottokar Kubina. Who can forget that name? Anyways, he was the pimp of the neighborhood. He worked out of this little lingerie shop, which acted as a front, of course. He owned a couple of joints in the district, including the cabaret where Ida used to work. I think he never forgave me for stealing Ida from that dive.
Oh, wow. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and save and call it for the night. I will go ahead and just overwrite that one. This game is awesome. It's really opening up. Is this London? No, I believe it's Prague. Let me see. Let me check. Yeah, he's in Prague. Because I remember he does say... Let's see. First he says Prague in the beginning, and then he says, I've met prostitutes in America, London, Paris, and now here. So yeah, it's interesting to see that they don't use the typical, like, New York, London, shit like that. This is really cool. I'm really enjoying this, where it's heading so far. It's a lot more investigation and dialogue than I'm used to. But usually, like I said earlier, that stuff drives me nuts. I do like point and click games. I like dialogue and investigation in games, but man, sometimes it's overkill and it's just too much. I haven't done much of it in this. Pretty much this entire episode was just talking, learning more about characters, and now we're playing as her grandfather. It's all been investigation. I don't mind it one bit. It's very well written. Background's fantastic. Everything just looks great. It's awesome so far. I love it. So it's really good. I'm really interested to see where this is going to go. We are absolutely going to keep playing this. I would like to beat this. So, everybody, take it easy. I'm going to save again just to be safe. Y'all have a good one. And I will catch y'all next time. So, see ya.